What's up, YouTube? I hope y'all are having a great day. I know that I am, because today, while filming this content, marks the day that we have passed over 8,000 views on the channel, and I cannot thank y'all enough. So we are going to introduce another truck to the channel. So as y'all know, I am in a big horsepower family. We love making horsepower, we like nice vehicles, and that is pretty much all we talk about. So we're going to introduce a 2022 Platinum Tremor that is in iconic silver. This is a super nice truck. It's tall, it's got every feature that you can want in a truck, and this truck actually was ordered 9 months ago and just got into the driveway 2 weeks ago. So as you can tell, we have been anticipating this truck coming in. This is my dad's truck, so it's going to be in the family, but we're going to be doing some exterior walk-arounds. We'll be explaining some stuff that goes on with the interior, all of the new features and everything that the 2022 offers, and we're going to be doing some driving around with my dad once he gets here. So let's jump into it, because this truck is super nice. Y'all are going to want to see this. So like I said, this is a Platinum Tremor in the iconic silver. This truck looks great. I love the color matching on it. I love the color combo on it. So we'll jump into it. As you can tell, this is iconic silver that has the color match bumpers, got the chrome mirror caps, but one noticeable thing about this, since it is the platinum trim, is the quad beam LED headlight. So you will have a running light, you'll have two LED lights, being high beam, low beam, as well as your blinker, but you will also have an LED fog light. So going on to the side profile of the truck, you will have an 18-inch rim wrapped in a metric Goodyear 35. I say it's metric because it is slightly smaller than a 35. It's like 34.8. As you can see here, this is not the stock truck suspension. These Fords have a straight axle in the front, but being that it is the Tremor package, they have different shocks and different spring heights, with the shocks being valved and dynoed to make this truck off-roadable. This truck is equipped with the 6.7 liter Powerstroke. One funny thing about the 6.7 is that when Ford released their dyno numbers, they actually were a little conservative with them. When Edge Power Products did a real-life dyno pool, their numbers were actually higher than what Ford released, which is funny. I don't know why Ford would do that, but they did. And when Edge released those numbers, it was crazy. Nobody thought that these trucks made the horsepower they do, but they do. So this is the 6.7 liter Powerstroke that's got the 10-speed transmission behind it. So going on to the rear of the truck, you can actually see on this shock here, this one being right here, that they do have special Tremor shocks on them. They are all labeled with Tremor, and then you've got your Tremor label in back here. So Ford still is with the double Venturi style exhaust tip. This being the silver one, there is different ones depending on what package you get, or what trim level rather. So being that this is a platinum, you can see the platinum tailgate, but it does have all LEDs around, being both of your tail lights, your license plate lights, and your third brake light. One thing to mention about this truck is it does have the 360 cam, and that is super nice because these 2022s have a 12-inch screen, and when I show you the interior, we will show you that 12-inch screen. It is super nice. One thing to mention, this truck does have a 3-inch shank for the ball, but Ford will supply you with a reducer. Personally, I do not like using the reducers because they can have a little slack in them, but to each their own. This truck did come equipped, ready for gooseneck and fifth wheel. You can see all the holes in the bed there, and with the Ford bed liner. These trucks actually do have LEDs in the bed, so that way at night you can light up the whole bed, which they are super bright. And they also come with your gooseneck plugs there, as well as another plug that the 22s have that has something to do with, you're able to put a camera on a trailer, I want to say, and there's a special plug that you can do it with, and it is right there, and with that camera will actually go on to the screen that's on the interior. So anyways, back to the truck. Like the previous models, it does have the step in the tailgate. The 3/4 ton trucks and the 1 ton trucks do not have the automatic up and down. They do have the slow coming down, and you know, being that it's a light aluminum tailgate, you know, you can push it up slow, but the F-150s or the half tons do have automatic drop and raise tailgates, which is super nice. But we'll show you that automatic drop-in tailgate here. So it's pretty nice. It is on the key, so you can, you know, pull the tailgate down by the key. So that's pretty much it with the exterior of the truck. This truck is super nice. It is not leveled or anything. This is all stock suspension. One thing I did want to mention about the exterior though, because this truck is a platinum trim level that also has the addition of being a trimmer, Ford will not notify you that the amp steps are available to you for free. And that is because the platinum comes standard with amp steps, but the trimmer has its own steps. So Ford will try to get you and not give you the amp steps, but it is a free add-on because this is a platinum. So if you order one and you're not looking at each spec, you will get the standard trimmer steps, which in my opinion is not going to be as good as, you know, the automatic amp steps. So being that this truck is a platinum, it does have keyless entry and all that. Still have the keypad up there, but it's got, you can hear the truck unlocking there. And you can also lock it with the door handle. But we will jump onto the interior. We will look at this new 2022 6.7 Powerstroke. We'll give you a look under the hood. But yeah, let's jump into the interior now. All right, so we will jump into the interior of this truck. So like I said earlier, it does have the keyless entry where you just put your hand behind the handle and it unlocks the truck. Does have the automatically folding down amp steps, but this truck is black interior. They still have the black wood grain here. It's got the black leather here, the black style interior there, and it's got like chrome emblem outlining there. This truck does have actually 3 presets for the seats, which is super nice. But going into the back seat, these back seats are also the black leather, but all of this is heated. So you've got your dual heated seats back here, all controlled here. You've got your regular plugs here, which is pretty nice. The wall outlet is actually probably the nicest one. But you've got your cup holders there in the center, and you've got your platinum emblems back here. One cool thing about these is that they have a fold-up compartment down here. So you can fold this compartment up and it closes off under the back seat, which is super nice because you can lock it. I'll keep that down because I don't know how he wants it, but that is pretty cool. That is another feature that they added. So now jumping into the front seat of this 2022 platinum trimmer, we're gonna go ahead and start the truck. There is the 12-inch screen that I was telling y'all about. That is super nice. It is an all, I'm assuming, LCD 12-inch screen. It gives you the big Ford emblem whenever you start up. And then these trucks do have the half-ton styled gauge cluster. So your RPM and your speed are the only thing that are not digital. So all of your other gauges are going to be all digital. So, you know, all of your temperatures, your boost pressure, and all of your fuel tank mileage and all of that. So, you know, it's got all the standard things in here where you can, you know, have fuel economy, set your favorites, all of that. But the really nice thing about this interior is this screen. This is the showstopper. So this is so big that you can have your audio and your navigation in one. You can have phone navigation. You can change all the vehicle settings from this screen, as well as your settings for this radio. But one cool thing about these trucks is that they do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is super nice. So obviously, you know, like exhaust brake, traction control, all of that. But then you come down here, you do have both seats are AC and heat. You know, you've got actually a digital readout here, unlike the older styles where they just read out on the screen. Super nice. This truck is 4-wheel drive. I don't think I ever mentioned that. And it is equipped with trailer brakes, and then if you don't know how to back up a trailer, I guess, and want a 3/4 ton truck, you can have that trailer backup. Full cup holders, wireless charger here with USB and USB-C. One really cool thing about this truck actually that I like, so this can be like a regular storage compartment here, but you can also slide this over, and this is now cup holders too, so now you can have 4 cup holders, which I just think is pretty cool. Ford really outdid themselves on that for some reason. I think it's really cool. Center console, really big, just a bunch of storage. So yeah, here is the interior. This truck is super nice, really sporty style steering wheel, and this is not stock. So we actually put this in last night, and this is Banks digital gauge, and we've already set all these parameters, so I can do a review on that if you would like. But right now he has got EGTs vamed for your turbo, your fuel rail pressure, DPF soot level, your exhaust flow rate, transmission temp, your actually engine load, and then your injection timing advance. We set all that up last night though. Really easy, actually just plugs into the OBD2, sort of like, if you watch my EasyLink video, sort of like the EasyLink. But we will now show you the 6.7 liter under the hood, and we'll do a startup so you can actually see how quiet this truck is. This truck is super quiet. If you're standing at the back of it, you really won't even know that it's running. But one thing that I did want to mention is that this truck does not have a sunroof, and that is because my dad did not want a sunroof. He ordered one without it. If you don't know, the 17s and up all have the moon roof or panoramic roof, whatever you want to call it, when you have the sunroof option. But being that Ford has plastic clips in them, they like to break, and the sunroof will actually jam up. And they're actually on scheduled maintenance to where you're supposed to actually take those apart, grease them, and then put them back together. But he didn't want to take the risk of ruining a almost $90,000 truck with, you know, water intrusion, so he did not opt for that sunroof, and that was really the reason he special ordered one, because of the sunroof. But anyways, sorry to go off on that tangent. We will jump into the 6.7 liter Powerstroke. We'll talk about specs on that, and we'll do a startup so you can see exactly how quiet this thing is. It is crazy. But like I said, 250 miles on this Platinum Tremor. I hope y'all are enjoying thus far, so let's jump into the powertrain side of it. All right, so we are under the hood of this 2022, and as you can see, I mean, this truck is brand new, but this is super clean. There is a lot going on down here, but Powerstroke and Ford really have this, you know, pretty cleaned up, if you ask me, because there is sensors everywhere. There's EGR, you've got turbo piping and stuff running everywhere, but in my opinion, it looks good. And there's actually, man, it seems like there is more room than in my 2016, but this is actually new. So you have sort of like a ram air here, and I didn't know that the 22s were actually coming with that, but we do have some goodies for that as well that I will be talking about later. Funny thing is these trucks are advertised at 475 horsepower, but like I said, on Edge's dyno, they made 498. So these trucks are actually right under 500 horsepower, which is absolutely crazy for a stock truck. I want to say it is 500 horsepower and right over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, which is, it's just insane. Ford and Powerstroke really got this down. But here it is. This truck, man, under the hood is super clean. And it is paired with the 10-speed. And being that it has so many gears, you really can't tell. It shifts smooth. It's not real jerky how, like back in 2016, the Chevrolets went to that 8-speed that was real clunky. It is nothing like that. Being that it's a 10-speed in a 3/4 ton truck, it is super smooth. You cannot feel it jumping through gears, because I know it does. It jumps through gears, it skips 2, jumps down 2, but you can't feel it. So now we're gonna go ahead and go for a ride in this thing. My dad just did just get back to the house. So we'll go for a ride, and we're actually gonna do a little review on how this thing drives. So hope y'all enjoying. So we are going for a ride in the truck now, and this truck is actually really smooth on the highway. As big of a tire as it has, with the 18-inch wheel, it's really smooth. There's my dad finally introducing him to the channel. But these trucks, like I said, have 500 horsepower and over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, and you can feel it while driving, especially with that 10-speed that Ford has paired with this Powerstroke. So I hope y'all have liked the video, and hope y'all have liked this truck, because we're going to be doing some work to this truck. He's got a PMF dual steering stabilizer coming in, a 5-inch exhaust DPF back that is sitting in the garage already, as well as a Banks ram air intake for it. So we are going to be doing some installation videos over those will be coming in the next coming weeks. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I appreciate y'all. At this point, we are at over 1,000 views on the channel, so I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate the continued support. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever the case is. You got any questions about the truck? Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks.